Welcome back, everybody. This is Hayes Tech. I'm Dave Hayes, and this is the channel where we talk about pretty much anything tech. Again, and I do mean anything tech. And as some of my videos in the past have shown, I like to even include music tech because, well, I like musical instruments. And I'll try to keep it short. So let's go ahead and get into this. What are we going to talk about today? Well, today we're going to talk about the Alvarez and MD60BG. I'm going to call it the MD60. And basically what it is Alvarez's. It is a guitar made by Alvarez that is in their Masterclass series. And all the guitars that they make in their Masterclass series are all solid wood guitars. And wow. So when we come back, we're going to go ahead and talk about the Alvarez MD60BG. So don't go away. Okay, well, this is the Alvarez MD60BG, and I think this is what it means. M is for Masterworks, D is for Dreadnought, and then 60 is the material, which is mahogany, and BG stands for bluegrass. When I looked for this guitar, if you're going to do a search, I would just look for Alvarez MD60. All right, you don't have to put the BG in there. But of course, if you want the Dreadnought version of this, that's probably what's going to show up is the BG. Now, you can get this with electronics in it. And if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know I do not prefer electronics in a guitar. I'd rather mic it any day. I think you get the clearest, most natural sound out of a microphone before running it through an amplifier. I actually hate the sound of a guitar that's been plugged into an amplifier. But again, that's just my taste. Now, as I said, this guitar is all solid wood construction, and it retails for about $600. My guess is it's going to be more like around $650, but you can also get this in the MD70 version, which is rosewood, solid rosewood, which is the Indian rosewood, and this, of course, is African mahogany. I'm pretty sure it's African mahogany. But again, the Masterworks series is Alvarez's way to put out an all solid wood guitar at a very affordable price. Now, Alvarez has a really weird past, and I'm going to talk about it real quick. Alvarez started with a Japanese guitar manufacturer or guitar luthier, and I think his name was Yari. And I'm going to pronounce, I'll get all this messed up. But again, I'm going to link a video below to P Cormier, which he does an outstanding job of discussing the history of Alvarez and where it came from and all that. Now, this is not built by Yari in the Japanese plant. This is actually made in China, and a lot of the cheaper guitars that you can purchase from makers, like Recording King and stuff like that, it's going to be guitars from China or Indonesia or somewhere like that. And it's just a matter of, finances. It's cheaper to build them over there, and you're still going to get a high quality product, but, it's just cheaper to make them over there. And that's how they can keep the price of these guitars down. Now, if you look at Yari Alvarez and his guitars, they are super high quality guitars. They're basically custom shop guitars. And again, I really don't want to delve deep into that. I really highly recommend that you watch P Cormier's video. Alvarez has a very good name behind them, okay? And it goes back into the early 60s. I'm pretty sure it's the 60s or 70s when they first started making guitars. They're just very high quality made guitars, and the ones that you can get from China are really no different. What I like about them is, unlike my Recording King, the internal bracing is actually scalloped. Okay, now my Recording King is actually designed after the Martin D28, and not the HD28, but the D28, which has non-scalloped bracing, X bracing. Now, this is actually scalloped, and it has the forward shifted X bracing in it, and it is scalloped. It has the standard cross bracing in the back with the 4 braces in the back, and basically the same construction on the back as, you know, any Martin or my Alvarez or any of the other guitars. It is dovetail joinery for the neck. Now, a lot of the Japanese guitars that were made in the 70s and the 80s, they had some really weird construction with the necks. You had to be careful. So if you had to do a neck reset, a lot of guitar luthiers out there wouldn't even touch them because they knew they might be opening up a can of whoop ass when it came to doing a neck reset, because some of these actually had dowels in them along with, you know, the dovetail, and I mean, it was just crazy what they were doing. And again, they were trying to make the guitars so that they would last, you know, longer than a normal dreadnought. There are some things I want to discuss about this guitar that are different from a lot of the, like my Recording King. The neck angle on this is actually set back, and I'm gonna be putting in a lot of B-roll. But the headstock on this is actually a little bit steeper angle than what a Martin or my Recording King is, and it's not by much. I doubt you could really see it, but the reason for that is they wanted a sharper takeoff from the nut back to give it a sharper angle, and that gives you a better tone. Now, the same with the bridge on this guitar. I mean, it's amazing. As you guys can see, it's got a really funny shape. And it's unlike any of the other bridges you may have seen out there. It's kind of got this little smile thing going on. Well, this is actually milled down lower than the rest of the bridge. And the reason he does that is so that the strings just angle way down sharp. And again, that really forces that tone down into the top on this guitar. Another nice thing, it's got open back, kind of Grover, kind of open back tuners. It is a solid mahogany neck. It's got a rosewood overlay on it. Comes with a strap button here, one on the bottom, right here. The neck is a satin finish with a low C profile, okay? And it's a very comfortable neck. I love playing this guitar. It's really comfortable for me to play. And I also like the fact that it has binding all the way up and around the neck. Now, that's something you normally get on a more high-dollar guitar. And also, you'll either get the rosewood fretboard and bridge, or you'll get the Indian Laurel. This is actually rosewood. This is an older... but what I really liked about this guitar was its sound. I'm not a mahogany guitar type person. You guys know that. I like rosewood. And when I first saw this guitar back, oh man, this was over a year and a half ago, I was really drawn to it. I picked it up, and I liked the looks of it, first off. But when I strummed it for the first time, I was like, holy cow, this thing's a cannon, and I really love the sound of it. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to give you guys a sound demonstration on it. And what I'll do is I will play it for you, not a lot, and then I'm going to let Noah play it. Because I can't do it justice with my stroke hand, but Noah can, okay? And I will let him play the guitar after I do it, or I'll try to inset it in here. So let's go ahead and let you guys hear what this thing sounds like. you. That's pretty much all I wanted to get across to you. What I really wanted to bring up about it was the fact that it's got a lot of bling on it. Again, whereas my Recording King, they built that guitar to have a certain look and have a certain sound. And I love my Recording King. It's still my favorite guitar. Again, you guys know I love the Martin D28, and that's why I got that guitar, because it sounds like a Martin D28. It really does. I like the sound of a rosewood. Now, but when I saw this guitar, I have to admit the first thing that drew me to it was the looks. But you have to remember that looks aren't everything. And you've got to have a good sound, because you could have the most beautiful guitar in the world, and if it sounds like crap, you're not going to play the guitar. It's that simple. And again, it was the looks that drew me in. The simplicity of only one fret marker on it, which was really cool. And the binding drew me in. And even the bridge on it really drew me in. I was like, wow, that's crazy looking. Why is it like that? And then, of course, I started doing research. But once I pulled the pick out of my pocket and I started strumming it, I could not believe the sound of this guitar. It reminds me of like a Gibson, I guess. It does not sound like a Martin D18. It does not. It has more of a soft, mellow tone. Again, kind of like Gibson has. And I've said it in the past in some of my other videos that Gibson is one of those guitars that just goes across the board for everything. That it has really, really nice lows, beautiful mids, and the highs aren't too twangy, you know what I mean? And the Martin sound is the Martin sound. It's unmistakable. And that's why I like my Recording King. But this does not have that sound. And again, it has more of a mellow sound, kind of like Noah's Gibson J45 that he has. And of course, the difference between his J45 and this is his is rosewood and this is mahogany. Alright guys, I think I've kept you long enough talking about a guitar. I hope you got something out of the video. If you have any questions on Alvarez Recording King, anything, comment below. I love talking about guitars and banjos and instruments. And speaking of banjos, Noah is still learning on his banjo. He's actually getting pretty good, but he doesn't want to do a video or demonstration yet until he's proficient. So, but that is coming. So be looking for that video coming soon. I can't think of anything else I wanted to say, except for that I'm probably going to be doing some videos with my Alvarez, putting it up against like the Recording King, or even Noah's Gibson, or even my Epiphone. You know, I kind of want to see a whole bunch of different comparisons. And I know a lot of you out there who are into guitars, you're going to want to see that as well. So that'll be coming. But for those of you that follow me because of tech, if you're still with me, I'm going to be reviewing this laptop next. And of course, it is Noah's Aero Nitro 5, which is Aero's gaming laptop. And I'm going to tell you what, it is a crazy good laptop at a hell of a good price. So that video is coming next. That's what I'm going to work on after I get this video edited and uploaded. Also, XTU sent me that rear view mirror camera for my truck. So I will be putting that in the truck, and I'll be getting that video out, but I got to wait for it to warm up outside. Actually, outside right now, it is freezing rain and snowing. The kids are on remote learning today instead of going to school. It's just, wow, one of those days. So anyways, all right, guys, I kept you long enough. I just want to thank you all for watching. I did want to say thank you to the music shop downtown, Landing Music. The owner of Landing Music, or one of the co-owners of Landing Music, actually glued my pick. I was using super glue, and it wasn't strong at all. But he actually used an epoxy on here, and now I can up strum, down strum, and I've been beating the hell out of this pick, and it's been holding up awesome. So awesome job on the pick if you're watching the video. So okay, guys, that's it. That's all I have. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all on the next one.